brought over this box of vegetables, and this is exactly, he delivered me a fresh box of vegetables, some mushrooms and some little tomatoes, and what else we got in here? We got the apples and the oranges. Cool.
And that watermelon radish.
Thank you, Jean.
It's been fun, and it
tastes good, and it's healthy. It's very healthy. Look at all these vegetables, really. Hi, this is Judy Keys, Cooking for All Seasons, and today Jean's with me. Say hi, Jean.
Hi.
And this is kind of an interesting cooking show. This is like the second one we're doing, and what happened was a friend of mine called me yesterday and said, I have a box of vegetables. Would you like a box of vegetables? And it's Temptations. And he's a really good friend of mine. And he brought over this box of vegetables. And this is exactly, he delivered me a fresh box of vegetables. He really did, honestly. And so then I decided, let's make a show out of what we have in the house. Mm-hmm. Just use what we have in the house, and what came in the box. And so the only thing I added was some chicken breasts, which is something that it's just not an untypical thing to have in the house, because this is all vegetables, and I wanted to have a protein. So for vegetarians, that would be fine, but for other people, they'd want some sort of protein. So along with some seasonings and some other, food products, condiments, and different things. I'm trying to pick things that maybe that you would have in your own house. I know I have a lot of different things because we cook a lot of different things here, but not things that are way out that you wouldn't have.
Mostly what you have in the house all the time.
Mostly what you'd have. Mm-hmm. And so I thought we'd try to get an assortment of different foods and going, and different vegetables, and so it should be good tasting, and it should be healthy, because we have these beautiful vegetables and actually some things that I've never used before. To give you an idea, we have and I cut one open, we have where'd it go? Oh, here it is, because I was like, this is a watermelon radish. And we were I couldn't wait.
We tasted it.
We just tasted it. I'd never tasted one before, though my daughter's used it before. But I'd never tasted it. You'd never tasted that before.
No, I've never even heard of it before.
No, it's beautiful, though. Look at how beautiful it is. So it's definitely something that everybody should be eating, because it was good. It was good. It really was very good. And you slice it really thin, and I think that's where you get the best flavor from it.
It's a little sweeter, and it has it does have a radish taste to it, but the sliced real thin. It's very tasty. It's different than a radish. It's not hot. It's not hot at all.
So we're going to mix this, and actually we're going to try and see. This is sort of an experiment, but we're going to try and see if we can mix it with a citrus, an orange, and then do some...
the colors ought to be beautiful.
Yeah, really, because technically the orange is going to be, look at that, look at those colors. And then we also have some little tangerines, and we're going to do that with some seasoned...
rice
vinegar and some... And I have some other stuff, but anyway, we'll get to that later. So the first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to marinate the chicken. And I decided to go a little Greek flavoring. So these are just some chicken breasts that I had. And I think what we'll do, and you can see I really did. I had them all ready to go I had them in the freezer. And what I do is, if I buy like a big package, I'll put them in. Instead, I don't even put two in one. I put one, because sometimes it's just me. Because my husband won't eat chicken sometimes. Please don't ask me why. He just does it. He has this thing against chicken. I don't know. I don't know whether he feels bad for chickens or something, but he He just has this thing, and I could eat chicken. I like boiled chicken. I know that's so gross, but I like boiled chicken.
I've never had.
Yeah, boiled chicken. Yeah,
No.
but I do. I don't know.
Okay.
It's kind of different, So I just put it in separate little baggies, and then I put it inside of a freezer bag. So. Let's see.
You have another towel?
Yeah. So, what sounds good? I thought we had some lemons. So let's do, because some Greeks have some lemons, some garlic.
Sorry.
Let's see. You want to go ahead and, it's really, here, let me give you another cutting board.
Okay.
I'll be right back. So, what do you think that sounds? Do you think that sounds good? I think it. Yeah, we're just going to do that.
A Greek chicken. We're going to do.
A Greek chicken, and we have some Mediterranean oregano. Okay, which is real prevalent in Greece because. And this was something I kind of wanted to talk about because people think that all oregano tastes the same. That's not true. Different oregano, like actually technically evidently Mexican oregano, is really not the same plant as Mediterranean or Italian. It's a different plant, and I'm not really sure which one belongs to. Let's see, how do I want to cut this? We're just going to marinate it.
How do you want the lemons cut? In slices?
Yeah, I think we'll squish them.
Oh, so just in half and then squish it, the juice out?
Yeah, the juice
Okay.
out. Because we kind of, and then I think I'm just going to kind of butterfly these a little bit. So we get more,
So that's
more surface area.
So you cut it.
Yeah, I just kind of
To make
cut
it
it.
thinner.
Yeah. So we have more surface to get marinated. But there's Mexican oregano, there's Italian oregano, and there's this Mediterranean. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's others too. Here, you know what I have? Look what I have for you.
Oh.
So if you want to just go ahead and just start squeezing this. The best thing to do, if you can, is plant yourself a lemon tree. I'm not kidding you,
I
really. You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Haven't got any lemons yet, but I planted the tree.
I'm telling you, you really want to try to use fresh lemons when you can. You really do. But if you can't, and you go to the store and you buy them, they're so expensive.
They are.
Don't worry about the seeds. We're just going to. They really are, And actually, if you kind of go around in your neighborhood, which sounds really not very nice, but if you go around in your neighborhood, there's a lot of old lemon trees, and people don't pick all the lemons off of them. So you might just go up to somebody's house if you know them, or introduce yourself, in your own neighborhood. I don't know if I'd venture out into the big world, but if you kind of went out and found somebody who had a lemon tree and actually asked them, hey, can I either pick some of your lemons or can I buy some lemons from you? I mean, they probably would let you do that. Same thing with actually it's really true with a lot of citrus trees, that people kind of have a habit of just not picking all the citrus off. My mom's tree has so many oranges on it.
Yeah, more than they can eat.
Oh, there's so many more. I mean, the poor tree just is like this, Mm-hmm. So I think we need another garlic.
Oh, okay.
So, but this is kind of like I don't want you to get, too worried about exactly how we're going to cut up the garlic or anything, but If you've got a crusher and you like to use your machine, that's fine too, but we're just kind of trying to use what we have here, so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this marinate for a while, and it'll be the last thing that we cook today. And actually, we're just going to pan fry this real fast in some olive oil. Just brown it up in some olive oil.
On the stove, right?
On the stove, yeah, at the end, you know. So, you know, we need to put, how many lemons?
Well, I only did one.
Yeah, we need
Did you want
to,
more?
oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to,
This one.
that's the lemon will sort of tenderize.
The acid in the lemon.
The acid in the lemon will, and that's really Greek flavoring. You know, it's kind of, if you know, you don't need to spend a lot of money on product to keep in your house, but there are some basic things that are kind of fun to have. So when you go to the store, pick something, go into the Asian aisle or, you know, or one of the different aisles and pick something, some seasoning or something, some, you know, vinegar or something that you've never used before and give it a try. You know, if you don't really know what to do with it or somebody's never told you about it, send me an email or, you know, look it up on the internet and say, hey, what do we do with this? You know, I love to go to, one of my favorite things, I love to go to the World Market, or it's at Cost Plus actually, but now it's World Market, because they have all these really neat different seasonings and stuff, and they're like this one's like 99 cents, you know? So you get something different to try without spending $3 or $4. You know, it's a zippy locky thing too. We hope that we can get it open. Can I get it open?
Oh, you have to, here, you have to tear this.
Jean, she knows how to do these things. You can get it without hurting yourself? Did you get it? Oh, cool. Okay.
There we go.
Yes, I'm going to hit this with a little salt.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it
smells. I can
smells
smell it, yeah.
so good. Can you smell it? Smells so good.
It is
Can you
good.
smell it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is oregano. This is it's called Mediterranean oregano, and I think it used to be called Greek oregano there because I had a package of it, and it has the same, and I think that it's the same thing.
And when you put the dried in, you crunch it, right?
Yeah,
You really crunch it there.
Yeah, to release the oils.
I have heard that.
Yeah, you want to release the oils, but if you're going to use a little more salt. If you're going to use some, what do you call it? Some fresh oregano, which is wonderful. You use a lot more because the dried oregano is going to be much more pungent.
Right.
Let's see. Can you grab me one of those peppers over there?
Oh.
Cool.
Either one?
Yeah, that's there. I'm going to put some of this. And actually, then I think I'm just going to float a little bit of olive oil on this, and then we're done. Just a little. Okay. So.
Want me to put it in the fridge?
Yeah. Give it a little mix, and. Oh, I think that'll taste good. You know, I mean, people do this and they put it on the barbecue and everything. Well, you know, today's not a barbecue day, so we're just going to pan fry it real fast, and I think that it'll be fine. So, okay. That's good. All right. The next thing we got were some... we got some Yukon Gold, organic Yukon Gold potatoes. And so I decided that don't you think that the Yukon Gold potatoes, I think that they have a flavor all their own.
Yeah, and they're very creamy.
Yeah, so I thought that maybe we would just take those, and I have a sweet yellow onion that I had in the half of one. So I think, and I'll put this in, we'll put this one in here because it has a chicken on it. Look at those. Pretty, huh?
Very.
So, yeah, and then I think we're just going to put some, while you do that, I have this half of a sweet yellow onion. Because in the wintertime, onions have a tendency to get really strong. So I buy...
the white ones, or?
Yeah, the yellow ones. So I buy onions at... I buy them at Costco because I use a lot of onions. But they make these, they're from Peru. And see, look at how nice they are.
Oh, yeah.
He brought over though a red onion that we're going to use with the mushroom. But for this, I think this, see how crispy it is? It's real crispy, you know? Mm-hmm. Whereas some of the onions that you get now at this time of year, they're real dense. You know, so I think the only thing we're going to do to this is a little olive oil. And I think, oh yeah, look at the color. They're so pretty. And we're just going to hunk this up.
How do you want them sliced, or?
Yeah, I think. What do you think? Here, you want to use a better knife than that. Here.
Okay. Well, they are sharp.
Yeah, you want to make them
make
a
them
little
thicker?
thicker. Yeah. Yeah, those are some those are some heavy knives. They're my new knives. Don't, just be careful, that's all.
Well, at least I'm doing this before the lemon juice. I mean, after.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after the lemon juice, yeah. Just in case.
Yeah. Well, you know what? To actually be really careful, if you don't, you could actually cut it in half and then put it flat.
Oh.
More safer.
Oh, and then do it this way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that
Just
is
a little
easier.
safer.
See, you learn something every day.
It's just not worth it. You know.
Very
It's
easy.
just either that or here. I'll show you something. Cut it in half. Go ahead and cut it in half, and then just cut it like that. Yeah. We just want to make sure we end up with our fingies when we leave. That's all. You know, you do need to practice one's knife skills, though. I know. You know, I don't want you to stop cooking if you don't cut things perfectly. Just be careful. That's all. More so to just be careful. That's all. And just, you know, it doesn't have to look absolutely perfect. Just more important to keep all your fingers intact. Just.
I'd say so.
Just. So we're just gonna, and actually what we're gonna do is you want to turn the oven, let's turn the oven on to like about 350 maybe, 3 1/4 maybe.
Oops, that's not it? Oh, that is the oven, right?
No, the middle one.
This one?
There you go. I'm just gonna cut these ones that we're done. I think we're gonna put a little dab of butter in here.
That's not it. Do I just?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then just put it on bake.
Okay, and bake.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
is easy.
So, yeah, I think that because of the flavor of them, I don't want to, you know, I think that we'll just do that. And I think we'll put a little salt. Because if you cook potatoes, best to salt them when you cook them as opposed to try to salt them afterwards. You just never seem to get the right flavor. So let's see.
What else are we going to
Some
do?
pepper, a little bit of pepper. What do we do with the pepper?
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
You want to just, and I'm just gonna dot maybe a tablespoon or so. Oop.
I'm going to get where you were. Oh, that's pretty fine, huh?
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Of butter. And then that's it. I mean, we'll just put this into bake. I think it'll taste really good. Coming up, we got some baby broccoli and some red, that's red chard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And some mushrooms and some little tomatoes and what we got? What else we got in here? We got the apples and the oranges. Cool.
And that watermelon radish.
Oh, and the watermelon
I
radish.
do that one.
Okay, well, we're going to clean this up, get rid of the chicken area. Okay, I'm going to put that in the oven, and we'll be right back with you guys. We're back. Okay, so what do we do? This is a red, it's about a half of, or almost a whole red onion.
Almost the whole red onion.
Sauteed in some olive oil with one of those
Mushrooms.
one of the portobello
Wherever they-
mushrooms cut up. Then we put in some chopped garlic. We put in some red pepper flakes, and we pinched some thyme
And salt and pepper.
and salt and pepper. Then, since this is warm, it's going to go in with the
Cherry tomatoes that I sliced in half.
organic cherry tomatoes. So we put a little pinch of salt. So that's going to go in with that. And the heat from this should sort of wilt the tomatoes a little bit. And then we're going to add in a couple dashes of, what did we say? Some balsamic vinegar and some olive oil. And then this is going to be the bruschetta. Or, I mean, if you don't want it, if you wouldn't want to use this as a bruschetta, we're going to toast some bread and put some Parmesan cheese on it, and then you can make your own.
Right. So what
could
you're
help
saying, you
yourself.
toast the bread and put the cheese on toast. Well, toast the cheese onto the bread, and then you can just put as
Yeah.
much on of this as you want when you're
Yeah,
serving it.
when you're serving it. Or if you wanted to, I think it's really nice, you could actually serve this on top of a salad,
All right.
you know? So we're going to put a little hit more of olive oil and a hit of balsamic vinegar. What do you think? Smells really good.
Yes, it does.
Here, you get to taste it.
Oh, already?
Well, it should. I mean, even though it's warm,
It is. Yeah.
it should have nice flavors to it.
I love the balsamic vinegar.
Yeah,
that's
it didn't bother you? Okay.
It's
Because
good.
sometimes it'll hit the back of your throat,
No,
and you,
Kick it up front.
yeah, because it can be.
Oh, it's good. Sweet onion.
Yeah, that is. It's a sweet onion. Like I was talking about it before. That I use those. They're called Peruvian Texas sweets.
I'm going to
So
set this over here.
okay, so we're gonna let that cool. Okay, we're gonna unplug this. We're gonna move this over here because we're using that for the vegetables, right? Now we're going to tackle.
Oh,
And see, look at how
radish.
look.
That's how they come. And they,
Look at
and
how
they do have
big.
a green, a white, green, and the kind of red down at the bottom.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? So we thought, now this is truly an experiment, because there's a couple different kinds. So, let's see, did this have garlic on it?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, you want to switch, we'll just turn it over.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you want to rinse it? Okay. We decided what we were going to do. Now, this is really something we're going to try. I'm going to slice this really thin. Well, first I want to make sure that I got all the... You want
me
to
to
peel?
peel
Yeah,
this?
well, peel the orange.
Oh, okay.
Because we thought we would try to make a salad after we tasted it. Oh, here.
Do you want to cut the orange in half first?
I don't know.
How are we going to have the pieces? So you
Well,
want-
just, first let's peel it and then we'll slice it. Yeah. We thought that it might taste good if the two of them together. So once we get a piece of the orange out, we're going to have this experiment. And I know that probably you should always, but this is how you cook. I mean, you don't know until you try it, and it's kind of, this is kind of one of those shows today that is kind of, we got the box of veggies and fruits, and so instead of me going through it and deciding exactly what we're going to do, I decided that we would sort of do
wing it, huh?
do the experimenting on the show so people see that I don't, everything that we do or everything that I do, and Jeannie's a lot of times here with me, I sort of just make up as, I make it up. I put it together myself. There's not 500 cooks in back of me, handing me recipes going, okay, make this. This is all what I do for myself, just like you would do for you. So I just want you to feel comfortable when you try different things, and we'll see what it tastes like. So I'm really curious to see how, I don't know how this, how some vegetables get kind of much stronger as they get down near the...
Do you want me to peel this one?
Yeah, let's go ahead, because I'm not sure if this is getting really, it seems to be getting tougher as we...
Not ready.
It has such an interesting flavor to it. So the idea was to see if, these oranges, look how pretty. If this is going to taste pretty good together. But the colors, look at those colors together. Look at that.
Oh, that is pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? Can you see those? So now I'm too curious. I have to try it.
I can hear it's very crunchy.
It's really good.
One complements the other, huh?
It's really good. It is good. The sweetness of the orange.
This smells more like a radish
Huh.
now,
Oh, you gotta taste this.
but it's different. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah,
Like a
kind of
little
cool.
sandwich.
A sandwich. Isn't that just different?
The more you chew, the
The
radish.
the radish
the
comes
more-
out.
The more radish
Comes out.
flavor comes out, but you've got that sweet.
The
orange in it.
sweetness
It's
of the
soft.
orange.
It's pretty tasty.
We may have, that's nice because I would have been a little embarrassed if it wouldn't have tasted very good. But that's the whole point of doing this, was to sort of see, what was going to taste good with what. But I think that now the idea is that what do you think? I think a little bit of the rice wine vinegar would taste really good with it. God, these are just, look at that.
That is beautiful.
I mean, it really is.
It's like artwork.
Yeah. And what's cool about this is think, I mean, even if you were like making, you know, you could take something like this and you could actually use it for like
What did you do?
oh,
I pulled them all apart.
yeah, you didn't have to just slice them this way.
Oh, okay.
You could put like, find a cheese, you know, like a cream cheese or something like that, and put a dab of cream cheese on this for an hors d'oeuvre. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And a little smoked salmon or something like that would taste really good with this because it has that little bite to it.
Yeah.
Or some sort of smoked fish.
I like those a lot better than radishes.
Do you?
I'm not a radish fan, but
Oh, yeah. Radishes have a real, you know. So let's see, I'm going to. We'll just
I
put
didn't
that.
do it quite as nicely as you did it.
That's okay.
Sorry.
This is not. I just want, that's the whole idea. Look at, ooh, they look like little, and they're all going to be torn apart anyway. So it
Can
doesn't
you
matter.
see that?
Can you see? Huh? Can you see it? I mean, this is actually, well, this is winter time, and these are winter, you know, obviously winter,
A root.
a root vegetable, so it's a winter fruit or a winter vegetable. And the oranges obviously are, you know, I know I'm using my fingers, sorry, but they're clean. I think we could use another,
Orange.
I think we could use another orange in there.
There's.
Have another orange?
There we go.
Okay. Is that, do we need to wash them?
I'll get it.
Now I need to wash my hands, I got. But I imagine in the summer, I'm sure you could find these. You're going to find this stuff probably in the organic areas of your supermarket. I just really like that. I think I'm just going to put that there because it's so pretty. What are these? These are another, I think these are like a tangerine. I thought we'd use these. I think these pretty tangerines. I thought we'd put these with the chicken.
Oh.
You know, when we grill the chicken, I thought we were just going to kind of throw some of these into the chicken. I thought that would smell. They have really, really nice fragrance to them. I'm having fun. This is fun. But, so then what did we decide? We decided, of course, I don't want to just like, you know, totally ruin all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my fingers once again and take a piece of this and sort of pour a little bit of this.
Oh, that's the rice vinegar. Does that go well?
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. This is,
That might be
now this is
mirror.
mirin, and this is a sweet cooking rice seasoning. So I'm, this has got a little bit of alcohol in it.
Usually use it with the Japanese.
With Japanese, but I wonder what it'll taste like.
I used it a long time ago, so I don't remember.
Well, I use it all the time when I make like teriyaki. You know. But let's see. Oops.
Oh, I can cut these now, right? You want me to go this way,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, I think that might be better because it's. So this time I'm going to use the knife. I'm using my fingers to dip in. Here, you try that.
Oh.
What-
It's very light.
Yeah, but it has a little bit of a flavor to it, and I think it's kind of nice in there.
It's good.
So I think we're going to use a little bit of that. And I think that's it. I don't think we're going to put anything more into it because I think that you're going to ruin the whole sort of thing. Well, maybe we'll put a little bit of each, and let it sit for a while. It's so pretty. Do you guys like it? Do you think that's, I like that. I think that's really, the colors are just incredibly outstanding. And, technically,
That's a very different, interesting
salad,
dish.
yeah. And technically, you eat with your eyes. So let's put a little bit of this. I mean, we're not going to saturate it. That was the rice wine vinegar, and just a little bit of this. And then we're going to let this sit and macerate and see if we can change the flavor. Now I did when I was talking to my daughter, they put I might surprise you and sprinkle it with a little bit of black sesame seeds. I have, see, which will kind of really make it pop.
It's decorative too.
Yeah. So anyway,
Let me put this off to the side.
yep, that one goes off to the side.
Okay.
That's our salad. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare all these greens. So we're just going to give them a wash and we'll be right back. Okay, this is the vegetables. Okay, so what we did was, this was the baby broccoli. And I cut off some of the stem and then we blanched it in some salt water for like 2 minutes and then plunged it in some cold water to stop it from cooking. You need to do that before you pan saute this, I think.
Yes,
It
I definitely agree.
I definitely think it needs it. It's a little too, I mean,
It would
I know
just
in
stay a little
Asian
too-
food they stir fry it, but we're not stir frying. Our
And it's
pan
not as hot, yeah.
isn't hot enough to do that. So go ahead, we're going to cut that up. And then the other thing we had is some red chard. And since the red chard and there's some spinach in here, all these vegetables cook really fast. So we're just going to kind of cut them into chunks. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that
Like
in.
I did
Yeah.
by thirds.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna. This is the same pan we've been using. I mean, which is cool because we didn't have to do dirty a bunch of pans up and stuff today. And after this, we're gonna saute the chicken in here too. So, I mean, we've got everything down. So let's go ahead and put the chard in. And we've got some garlic here. We're going to slice. Pick like an area to put your garlic so it gets a little pan fried. You don't want it to burn because you know what garlic burn tastes like. If you guys don't have one of these, I mean, you could sit there and slice it, but these are cool.
I have one that you just put it in and and it slices.
Oh, that's cool. Sliced garlic just tastes so much different. Garlic is, it's sort of how they describe how you break apart the molecules, makes the difference in the flavor. So if you crush it, it's going to be stronger.
Okay.
If you dice it, every time you cut into it, it cuts into the molecule and it releases the flavor. So if you're slicing it, you still get that garlic flavor, but it isn't as strong. So it's kind of neat. So I just put a couple of things, and the last thing we'll put in is the spinach. We'll wait a little until we can get this going a little bit. And then I think the only other thing, we got some salt.
Oh,
Should we get some salt?
Where'd we put it?
Where did we put it?
Oh, over here.
Okay, so you can tell we're really cooking because we don't know where we're.
Where'd we put that last?
Where we hung that out, and maybe some pepper. These are actually, I have like, because I'm like this spice fanatic. I love to go and get, so I go to this place, it's in Menlo Park, I think. It's called Penzies or something? Penzies. And it's a spice place. You can get stuff online, and I go in there, and I just go nuts. And then I went in and I bought all these different kinds of peppers.
Oh, different
They're
to
just-
grind the peppers.
And so these are different grinders, and I can't remember what this one is, but this is a large, a large pepper, and it's a particular kind, and I don't remember. I'd have to. So, I mean, they all have a nice peppery flavor, but they just have some distinct, just a little, just like salt. Peppers have different flavors. And then and this was one of the other ones I picked up, and my daughter really liked it. It's a lipo pepper, and it's from Turkey, and
It's coming out.
I can't say. Oh yeah,
It has a little bit of a kick to it, a hotness of it, but it does have a lot of flavor.
It's,
where
yeah.
a lot of other things don't. A lot of the hot peppery
And this is just the
red
spinach.
peppers don't have the flavor that this has.
So I think this is really, I think this one's going to be pretty too. I just started off with just sauteing a piece of the red onion that I had left over, just to kind of give it a little bit of a extra little flavor. And plus I had it, and I figured let's use what we have. That's the whole kind of point of what we're doing here.
It's good. I would have never. I wouldn't have thought to put it in a pan like this and put the leafy things down to something like that. I just keep thinking cold, right? Like salads.
Oh, salad,
What
yeah.
do you do with this?
Yeah, this is not, and it's so pretty. My goodness, look at the colors in that. I mean, plus it's really good for you. I mean, you just really can't get too much better for you than to eat this. And then we're going to do the chicken, and you can just like put the chicken right over this. And I think what we're going to do with the chicken is I think we're going to put some of this tangerine in with the chicken and put a hit of some pomegranate juice with it. And I think that'll just be really good. So, what do you guys think of that?
It is going down quite a bit.
Yeah, oh yeah, it really does. So I think that's really done. You don't want it to overcook it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we need another white bowl, don't we?
And where am I finding that?
I'm finding it right.
Well, that's handy.
Sorry. We sort of decided that we wanted another bowl. So, why don't we...
They do have rich colors in there.
Yeah. So, we're gonna log off for a moment, and we're gonna take this out, put this in wash this bowl, give this bowl a wash, and and we'll be right back with doing our chicken, and then we're gonna peel the apples and make a little dessert. Okay. All right.
We're back.
We're back. Look at the box.
Yeah.
Okay, we took the apples out and we sauteed them and put some brown sugar, some raisins, what else?
Syrup.
So a little bit of maple syrup, butter, some almonds.
That's it.
And cinnamon and nutmeg. And we stuck them on a piece of puff pastry, and we put them in the oven. We'll show them, when they come out, we'll show them to you. I mean, it's just sort of something,
You just kind of make it up. Put what you
it's not really something. So now we're going to do the chicken.
Which are cut very thin, so it won't take very long.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
it might be a little hot. Well, that's all that lemon too.
Yeah. So it smells really good.
Now you really only had 3 pieces.
Yeah, but you see how, I mean, you see how far it goes. I mean, this is a big, this is a nice dinner. This, you know, it's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this will definitely serve at least, I would say, at least 4 people. I mean, because if there's some big eaters, you don't want them to feel that. I don't like that.
Yeah, but with all the other things that we have.
Yeah, but I don't like people to feel like there's not enough. You know, to like everybody, okay, you had a piece, you had a piece, you had a piece. I always like,
A little bit.
okay, so this is the thing. If that's true, and say you only had 4 pieces, but you had 6 people coming, what would you do? What you would do is you take the 4 pieces that you have, cook them, and then you slice them. See,
Oh.
and then it looks like more.
Like little chicken tenders.
Yeah, and you slice them like this.
Okay.
You know, and then that makes it appear like it's more.
Right.
Rather than then somebody coming and taking, you know, a piece,
One whole big piece.
they take 2 or 3 pieces.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, you know, that's if like somebody shows up and you didn't know they were going to bring somebody, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't, you know.
What do I do now?
What do I do now? You know, so that's kind of how you get, that's how you kind of get away with that. Now I'm thinking about taking this juice that's left here and slurshing it with this.
Slurshing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
slurshing.
Slurshing. Look at
Well,
that.
you know, kind of, you know, after the chicken is cooked, I just kind of just trying some different things. And you guys are all part of all this. Well, it's kind of fun. I mean, we really didn't kind of really know what we were going to cook. And, you know, these are getting brown. You know, the chicken breast doesn't really take very long to cook. So what do you think? Should we put that in and then put this in with it? Okay, we're going to try it. Okay, so let's see.
What do you need, a board?
Yeah, let's get a board, and because I'm not sure if this has a lot of seeds in it. I don't want to put a lot of, I don't know if I want to put a lot of seeds in here. Oh yeah, it does. But look at the color of this.
Wow.
Is that gorgeous or what?
That is the darkest orange I've...
Yeah, it's like a tangerine or something
Oh, that's
like
right.
that.
This is a tangerine, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're just going to slice it. And then we're going to put this, which was our marinade. So let's rinse this out, because then we're going to put that, and then we're going to put these tangerines in here. It smells really good. You know, this is just, I mean, sometimes you just need to sort of try a few things, you know, and see how things come out, you know. So that's what I'd like you to do, because that's what I'm doing today. That's what Jeannie and I are doing today. We got a box of fruit, and we are...
And vegetables.
And vegetables. And we're doing sort of some experimenting on some tastes to see if we can just use basically what we had in the house and what came in the box. And then we'll see if we're going to eat it. But
we're going to eat it.
I think we're going to eat it. I think it's going to be good. I mean, I don't know why. There's really no reason why it shouldn't taste good. Do it way to. I mean, it's. This one's not.
Yeah, that's the chubbiest one.
Yeah, this one's not. So what we're gonna do is just kind of
Open it up a little.
split them open a little bit more. Make sure that we. Yeah, so get them cooked all the way.
Okay.
Okay, that's looking good. All right, we're gonna finish cooking this. And then we're gonna bring you everything back in a moment.
That's good.
Okay? Okay, we finished the box from Temptations. My friend, remember he brought me this box of vegetables and fruits, and we turned it into a beautiful meal.
Very beautiful.
I think it's really pretty.
And tasty.
And tasty. Very tasty. Okay, so as our hors d'oeuvre, we had the red onions sauteed with garlic and the portobello mushrooms, and then we added in the cherry tomatoes and some balsamic vinegar and stuff, and then
the oil too.
and some olive oil. So go ahead. What did you need?
And then I thought that the halves of the cherry tomatoes were just a little too large to put in your mouth and put on the toast. It would fall off or whatever. So we cut them in quarters. I think that just looks a little bit better.
Oh,
It fits better.
yeah, better. That's nice.
And what we did too is we put the cheese on the bread and then toasted.
Yeah, we used a little herb butter, and then we put a little Parmesan cheese, and then we just toasted it in the oven.
Right.
Do you want to taste it?
On camera. What if half of it falls out?
Okay, not over the dessert though. Because then you'll be mad because then the. So, what do you think? Here, napkin, Kleenex.
It's sweet. I think it's those onions. Oh, and the balsamic.
Yeah, and the red tomatoes were really pretty sweet. Because they're organic, they really were sweet. So that was a good one. And the other idea is the fact is that if you didn't want to make this, I mean, you could take this salad, put it over lettuce. I mean, it makes a wonderful topping for just a salad. Or you could actually change the chicken and just grill some chicken and put it over the top of the chicken.
It could work that way too.
And then over here, here, just go ahead. So then over here, we took our, these were Yukon Golds, and we just put some olive oil and a little bit of butter and some sweet onion that I had, and just roasted them in the oven. So just kind of plain, because we have a lot of other flavors going on. So sometimes, everything doesn't have to be,
Right.
With herbs and spices and everything. Sometimes, to taste the spices and herbs and other things, you need sometimes sort of like, the canvas, and the potato represents the canvas to everything else. And then, then we had our chicken that we marinated in the lemon, and the Turkish or the Mediterranean oregano, and then salt and pepper, olive oil, and then we added in, he had given us some tangerines, and we put one of those.
And I did taste that, and it is really good with the tangerines in there. It's just great.
Oh, cool. Great. See? And then our surprise were these beautiful, neither of us had ever really used, and that was our watermelon radish that we really took a chance here and mixed that with our, with the orange. With the sliced orange. You sliced it real thin, orange, and then we put a little bit of some mirin, which is a Japanese cooking wine. It's a sweet, and then a little tiny bit of some Chinese rice wine.
Rice
vinegar.
Right.
Yeah. And that was really a surprise because either of us had never.
It's very good.
It's very refreshing.
It is.
Definitely something you could definitely get a hold of, I think, even in the summertime.
Maybe.
And if you couldn't use oranges, and the other thing I was even thinking about, I think this would really be good on a salad, in a salad cup
Oh yeah.
with a slice of avocado over it. I think an avocado over it would
Oh,
be
that would
really
be
good
good.
with it because I think that the buttery taste of
And
the
either
avocado.
the lettuce leaf or the cabbage leaf.
Oh yeah,
might
yeah,
be nice.
something to kind of hold it. I think because
Like a
it's
bowl. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it's so pretty. And then we sautéed all of our cool vegetables. We had some baby broccoli and the
Swiss-
red the red Swiss chard.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Yeah, the red Swiss chard and the spinach, the baby
Right.
organic spinach, and some garlic and some red onion, and then we put in some Aleppo pepper
That's right.
in it. Just not
From Turkey.
from Turkey. And then our last thing was these apples, and we took the apples and we just cut them and sauteed them in a little bit of butter, and we added a handful of white raisins and some almonds, cinnamon, a little bit of maple, a little bit of brown sugar, and a little dash of real maple syrup. And then we just took, this is just some
Puff pastry.
some puff pastry squares. You know, you can buy puff pastries in the market, or you could do this with phyllo dough.
Right.
You could do this with anything. So here, we did everything. I think we used everything. Yeah,
Pretty much.
because everything we have left is just one of something that we had already used. We
Yeah.
did it. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Jean.
It's been fun, and it's
And it tastes good, and it's healthy. It's very healthy. Look at all these vegetables. Really. Very good.
If they have questions, they can write
Yeah.
you a note.
Yeah.
Send you a note.
Send me a note. That's Cooking for All Seasons at yahoo.com. So this is Judy, and thank you. And thank Temptations again for sending us this beautiful box of veggies. And thank you.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks to my crew. They're so nice and well behaved.
Well, until,
And they want to eat.
until the food comes.
Until the food comes. But thanks again, and I hope to see you guys again. Thanks. Bye.
Okay.
Feel it, my head snap. Boing.
Oh, we're done.
Oh, we're done. Taste that. See what that tastes like.
Tastes good.
You didn't taste it. I don't like vegetables.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, good. See what it tastes like.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah?
What is it, Rick? She couldn't see.
Did I put too much?
What's the red stuff again? Red chard?
Yeah.
That's what I have in my mouth. That's good. I need a drink of water, but
It's really pretty.
does Swiss chard have a bite to it anyway?
Yes. That's why I don't like it. I never liked Swiss chard. So we're gonna put the chicken in this.
Yeah. You know, I feel sorry for you guys, whoever's going to have to untangle this, because we've been going around each other's It's probably braided by now. Please.
Yeah, we're tired.
There you go. Now I can't see anything. Oh,
Hi.